majina naitwa Susan Tanui. I'm going to take you through a very short session on financial management. And before I start, allow me to ask something small. At what point do we say that the amount of money we have is enough and the remaining part is enough for saving? What is your experience in terms of saving? Wapi inafika ni wakati gani tunasema this is now the cut line now? And this the amount that is remaining is enough for saving. Can I hear one experience from you? There was a gentleman accountant. Maybe we can hear from him. Accountant and a dancer. That gentleman in pink.
Thank you. For a person to save, first you'll have to have an investment, because you can't save unless you invest on something. And for this case, you don't have to wait until you have a certain amount or a given amount for you to start to do savings. Look for an investment that you save your money, you save your tomorrow through the investment.
So it's true, any amount that you receive is enough for you to save and to use. So I'm going to start. So when you look at that chart, what do you see? The biggest percentage is us Kenyans. The biggest percentage of the money that we usually receive, it goes for food. And when we talk of food, we are talking of basic needs, and that is true. Then the second percentage is debt. Majority of us have loans. Wengine tuko kwa mshwari. It is true. Some of us, we are in Tala. So every time we receive any amount, the first thing is food. And food, we can talk of even school fees. So the first amount when you receive, you set it for basic needs. The second amount we usually pay are debts. And then after debts, we forget about saving. We go for luxury items. That is the time you want to go to these big hotels na kurudishia mwili shukrani. And that is true. Unasema hii kazi nimefanya, I am tired, I've been in the university for 3 years. Na unasema wacha nirudishie mwili shukrani. So we need to change this chart. And we bring this saving to number 2. After basic needs, we go for saving. And then there is this law of increase. I want to teach you this law that will help you. If you have a problem in savings, every time you get any amount, you say that this amount, I'm going to set a certain percentage of that amount to be bread. Bread is for basic needs. For example, the amount that you have used to travel from town to this place. The amount you are paying, for example, school fees. Pale shuleni. Ile chakula huwa mnakula and all that. Those are basic needs, and that is bread. And then the other percentage, you say that out of every amount, for example, today I receive 1,000 shillings. You can say that 20% of that amount I will save for seed. Seed is the amount that you are saving for future, for food for tomorrow. But bread is for food for today. And when you look at our current generation is the age, I've seen the majority of us here. Majority of us, we are aged between, let's say, 0 to 30 years. So in this generation, the current generation, we have invested more on bread. We want to eat everything. And we forget about seed. And remember, if we eat today, kesho Kesho mwili itakataa kufanya kazi. Nani atatulisha? And that's why we need to be keen as the generation we are. We need to be keen about tomorrow. And when you look at the old generation, our parents and our grandparents, they were very keen on bread. And the majority of you will agree. Those of us who are older, from, for example, the age of 60 years, kwenda nyuma, walikuwa na invest more on education. Afadhali mtoto aende shule na mlale njaa. And you have seen a case, there was that case in Old Eldoret, whereby parents were selling huge tract of lands. Watoto wasome. So for the old generation, they looked more on seed, but they forgot about bread. Now for us, this law of, this issue of generation, you need to balance. You need to balance between bread and seed. Any amount you receive, please cut a percentage, do it for bread, and a percentage for seed. The reason why you have to invest today, because you cannot put everything for seed. You cannot put everything for seed, you forget about bread, because we need you tomorrow. So let's go to the tips on savings. If you want to have at least a small amount for saving, you need to have goals. Hapa unasema, this year, at the start of year, tunakuanga na a plan, a financial plan of the year. Unasema, this year I want to reach a certain amount in terms of saving. Unaweka hiyo, unaanza, unapangia. So you need to set goals, and those goals need to be written. So that at the end of the year, you can evaluate yourself. Na useme, at least, have you achieved it or not? The next thing is to avoid debt. Usikue, maybe a friend is calling you in the university, unaingia kwa mshwari, una request for loan just to take that person for lunch. If you can avoid, please. If you can avoid, please avoid debt. But if you are taking, let's say, debt, ili emergency, there is somebody sick, unakimbilia mshwari, that is okay. And then the other thing is to minimize restaurant spending. Majority of you have seen you are in university. Make sure at least unakula shule. So that the small amount you have, you can set aside, useme at least, out of this, ile pesa hata you are getting even from your parents, or ile side hustle uko nayo, at least you can save a bit. Then there is the issue of accumulation. And this one I can use the example of Mama Mbogas. How the ladies there, they usually save like 50 shillings. Every day unaweza pata wana save 50 shillings. And I will take an example of two people. For example, maybe there's this lady who is saving 50 shillings daily. Alafu kuna mwingine hapa. Nedi amesema, mimi siwezi save 50 shillings itanisaidia nini? So at the end of the year, this person who is saving 50 shillings, he will be in a better place. So always practice the element of accumulation. Accumulation is not to earn interest. Accumulation is for you to have money at the end of a certain period. Because pesa, mwingine alisema pesa iko na masikio na huwa inatembea. So if you don't find a place to place that amount, hautakuwa nayo at the end of the period. And then there is the other element of spending habits. And this is common for ladies. Tukienda mahali, you see a very nice hair, unachukua very nice cloth, you take it. Please minimize spending. And then there is the issue of savings. Savings tumesema, make sure any amount that you get, you have a small amount to save. Now saving na investment is different. Saving, I earn interest. It's not earning any income on top of it. Hii ni pesa umeamua tu uweke mahali. But remember, for savings you can put in bank and earn interest. But the main purpose of saving inakuanga you accumulate. After ukisha accumulate and you identify a specific investment, that is the time you take that amount. Alafu kuna element of side hustle. Wengi wenu ni artist. Some of you are in the university. Always try to have a side hustle. Pale nyumbani, I've seen wengi tuko na mbuzi. Make sure kule nyumbani you have a side hustle. Even here at the college, don't concentrate on one thing. And then, the issue of financial management, personal financial management. Tunaongea about your personal finances. How do you manage your personal finances? And the reason why we are talking about it is summarized in this place. So ya kwanza ni income planning. You have to plan for each and every income that you are getting. You need to come up with goals, and those goals must be smart. Na usikopi mwingine because kila mtu ako na maisha yake. You need to sit down, jiite mkutano, come up with your goals, identify your weakness in life or the situation that you are passing through. Maybe this is the month and you unapitia a lot of things. So this goal setting, it has to be individual. And then you need to have a budget of how you are going to spend that amount. And when you are doing that, there is the issue of emergency. Emergency fund building is whereby unakaa ukijua anything can happen. Pengine you are the breadwinner. Umepata kazi hapa Narok, or you are an artist, or you are a content creator, you are working here in Narok, but unategemewa nyumbani. So you need to plan for that amount for emergency. Even you yourself, you can get emergency in terms of financial. You need money to sort out your issue. And then there is the element of retirement. I know most of us are young. Tunasema retirement iko mbali. But retirement comes anytime. Leo naweza tembea huko nje, nianguke, nivunjike mguu. Kesho, after 6 months, the board says, we no longer need you, and I go home. Now what will happen if I had not planned for retirement? So every time that when you get money, please plan for retirement. And then there is the income tax. You need to plan. Every income we get, kuna zile zinakuanga taxed. Please plan and pay for tax. If you want to live a happy life, please pay tax. And then loan management. Ninajua wengine wetu hatuwezi ishi bila loan. Always plan how to repay that loan. So the whole element of personal financial management revolve around all this. Now there's an example there. This one I picked from social media. There are two people who are given 5,000. And then the first person akaamua anunue viatu, and then the second person akaamua anunue mbuzi. And I'm happy that this place munalea mbuzi. So you know the importance of it. So 5 years down the line, who is better off? Viatu. Sisemi msinunue viatu. But there is the minimum or at least enough shoes. But ikienda extend kubwa, this is what we are talking about. Can I hear feedback from, let's say, one person? The lady in... Wewe unaweza choose nini between viatu na mbuzi?
Okay, nitachagua mbuzi for that instant. But pia ina depend. Hiyo kiatu maybe kuna gig itakupeleka ikufaidishe sana. So ina depend.
Okay, yeah, amesema you can go for shoes. Let's hear it from a different person.
With me, I think that, for example, the one who bought the goat can at least later buy some more shoes after I may invest kwa mbuzi.
And that is good. Another person from the back. Mumenyamaza sana. County number 33.
I feel like this is not an instantaneous decision. It all depends with the situation. Sitatembea mguu tupu Nairobi ati nimenunua mbuzi nyumbani. So we have to think beyond. Kuna picha hapo ya 3 years later, kuna viatu ya 5K imezeka na mbuzi you know. So you weigh options. That is where now the intellect comes in. Huh? You weigh. It's not a question yenye unaniletea picha nikwambie nitanunua mbuzi. No. Sitatembea mguu chuma Nairobi.
Wacha niweke disclaimer. This is a point where you have enough shoes. Uko na ile moja ya gig, uko na zingine hapo za kwenda shule, uko na zingine hapo. So you have enough shoes.
If you talk about me having a shura kimejaa, of course nitanunua mbuzi. But sina kiatu, niko Nairobi, ninunue mbuzi ushago. Nah.
Aya, the next person.
Yes, I'm Abele Nicholas from Masai Mara, an innovator. So what is happening is that many people choose shoes because you find, just like he has said, siwezi tembea Kisumu bila viatu, na ati nimeka kuku ama kondo. So what is happening is that young people should change mind, because this one is like a mindset. Saving is like a mindset. Don't wait until you have an investment so that you save. Save in any amount of money you receive. Set aside a percentage that you can save. And saving, another one is that after saving, you can now invest in something like mbuzi. You will invest in either 2. After 5 years, you will have around 10 of them. Thank you very much.
Let's have the last one from this lady.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think choosing a mbuzi is good, but what prevents many people from choosing the mbuzi comes with a lot of responsibilities. What will it eat? Where will you keep it? Who will take care of it? Like a shoe, nanunua tu navaa, and it's easy to take care of the shoe than the mbuzi.
Hey, Narok County. Majority wanataka kununua viatu. There is no problem with that. But the only thing I can tell you, when it comes to saving, jiangalie. Kuna 4 stages in life. There is the morning stage. The morning stage in a run between 0 to 25 years. Hapo ndio unafaa to come up with your idea. That is the time people identify their purpose in life. Hapo ndio una identify your niche. If your area is music, that is the time you're supposed to identify. And then there is the afternoon stage. Hii afternoon stage in a run from the age of 26 to 50 years. So tukirudi hapa kwa savings, kama uko kwa age ya 0 to 25 years, unaweza amua ununuange viatu, usevingi pole pole, lakini ukifika ile age ya afternoon na evening stage, please improve. Kama uko umeanza savings, please improve on your saving. Now push up. You can save, for example, the person who is at the age of 0 to 25 anaweza anza kusave na 20%. But if you start saving in the afternoon and the evening stage, please push it to 50%. So there are different types of investment. One is banks. Hapa unaweka pesa yako banks na ina earn interest. And this one I can advise you. If you are that person, mwenye unakaanga hivi ukilala hivi unakumbuka pesa yako kwa bank, please usichukue ATM. Just go and open an account, leave it there. Every time you have money, and I will deposit. Alafu every time you want to withdraw, your distance kutoka kwa nyumba yako or kutoka university mpaka kwa bank, utakuwa umefikiria whether you need that money or not. So the other investment plan is SACCO. Unaweza sema hii pesa, hii gig nimepata. For example, nimeenda gig nimepata $1,000,000 or 500,000. Unasema let me remove like 100,000 for my basic needs. And then the other one, or 50% of it, 250, unasema wacha nipeleke to the SACCO. Na SACCO, the purpose of SACCO, there are two. There are those who are saving to earn interest. And there are those who are saving to borrow loans. So unafaa ujiangalia, do you need loan or do you purpose to save for interest? Na currently, SACCO zinalipa interest on dividends. So make sure at least you identify your area before you investing. And then kuna chama. Hii chama ya wamama, tumesema it's most important for accumulation. I don't know if university mko nazo, but the best thing, usiseme uta join chama because iko na interest ya 1%. Just join, wacha hiyo pesa i-accumulate. At the end of the year, hiyo pesa itakusaidia. And then kuna agriculture. I've seen most of you people are keeping livestock. So make sure, kama una any other side hustle, and these things I'm talking about, hii bado unaendelea na your creating content. Unaendelea na your music part. But ukipata pesa, unaweza sema, let me invest in one of these. So you can do livestock farming, you can do Safaricom shares. Kuna shares nyingi, kuna ya Safaricom, kuna ya banks, kuna other areas. Juzi, Safaricom wana run ZD MMF. Nani wako kwa hiyo? Ama nani amesikia hiyo? ZD Money Market Fund. Unaweka pesa yako huko, badala ya kuweka kwa M-Pesa, unatupa pesa yako huko. Na ukitaka hata saa hizi unatoa. So instead of leaving your money like 10,000 kwa M-Pesa, tupa huko ZD. After 1 month, tuseme unahitaji, or any time, hata saa hizi ukitaka kuhitaji unatoa. If you want to invest for long term, kuna vinye wanafanya. So you can invest in stocks. The other thing is government bonds. Government bonds, kuna treasury bills na treasury bonds. Treasury bills is short term and bonds is long term. And then the last two. Other than money, unajua pesa inanunua kila kitu. But ni nini inanunua pesa? I think that is the question we need to ask ourselves. If I have money, I can buy anything. Nikiwa na pesa, I can go and buy that car. If I have money, I can buy this building. Na maisha iendelee. But there is that one thing that pesa hainunui. And that is the two items, number 8 and number 9. Wewe ukiwa hospitali, pesa inakujanga inakuambia pole. No. Ukiwa umelala huko, tuseme hospitali, does money comes and bring you food? So there is the element, kuna items, kuna vitu in life that helps you to get money, that helps you to get the material things that money buys. And this item is, for example, relationship. Na hii ni common sana kwa wasanii. Please don't walk alone. Ukikaa huko university, please, ukisikia mtu ako na harusi ama your friend is nini, please go. Because that is the time you are building relationship. Mimi nikiwa na shida pale nyumbani, ile pesa yangu iko kwa banki, yezi nisaidia. Hata nikienda nichukue niweke hapo. Will I do 1, 2, 3? I need people in my life. And we said that blessing does not come from heaven directly to you. It has to pass through men. So invest in relationship. Kaa na watu ni vizuri. And then the other thing is competence. Invest in knowledge. Kama saizi, majority of you wamekuja hapa. You have come here to learn. I'm happy the leadership for Narok is here. Hapa muna build that relationship. Hapa you are learning. Majority of you mumesikia kuna opportunity pale Narok County. So you can take advantage of that. Please invest in skills. Learn. Kama wewe ni unafanya hizo bids, hata kama tuseme you are just starting, please try to invest. Learn more about that bids. If you are doing music, umeona majority wanafanya music lakini hawana nini? YouTube. Go and open that YouTube. That is the part of competence. You are building your competence. You are building your skills. Na hii skills itakusaidia kupata pesa kesho. Na hii skills itakusaidia kesho yake kupata the things that you need. And then the last one is you build a portfolio. Si mzuri kukaa na one area. Hiyo moja inaweza chomeka. So ni mzuri kukaa na if it is possible, have 2 or 3 areas yenye inaweza kukupatia pesa. Enda pale university, if you are able to do 1, 2, 3, there are people who are very good in business. Kuna unasikia huyu ana make bids after classes, go and do your bids after classes, go and do your music. Kama wewe ni ule mko na shamba kubwa nyumbani, just make arrangement. Have livestock there. And na wale wamefaidika kidogo, please go and save in SACCOs. Take advantage of the treasury bills and the bonds that the government is running. So building portfolio is about that. So na nimemaliza. Thank you.